Okay. Hello. All right. So I feel like I always have to start these videos off on something completely unrelated. And I know I'm a little bit late, but like you guys did see the Spider-Man showcase, like the PlayStation showcase with the Spider-Man gameplay a couple days ago. Dude, that shit was so fucking good. Like, holy shit. A lot of people are complaining about how the black suit looks. Like, sure, it looks a bit weird when he's not moving or doing anything, but like, dude, as soon as that man starts doing anything, like swinging around or hitting people, that shit looks so fucking dope. Okay, but besides that, let's get into today's topic. Okay, so I have been on a manga binge recently because like school let out and I got sick and I did this to my wrist, so I can't go to the gym. Well, I still try to go to the gym, but it's not as I can't go to the gym as long as I would like to go to the gym for. So, I've been reading a lot of manga. By the way, if you're a manga reader, get a Kindle. It's so good. This is like my favorite device ever. But as you can see, I caught up to Boruto and now I'm trying to read My Hero, but I already talked about My Hero yesterday. This is about Boruto. Okay, so I have a lot of thoughts on Boruto. I just caught up, meaning I'm already like at chapter 80, right? We're like going on the time skip. And I have a few thoughts. I don't hate the manga, but I don't love it either. Now, I want to specify I am talking about the manga. The anime is 2 cans of dog shit. It is really, really bad. And it's like people always like show like some of the fight scenes from the anime and they'll be like, "Oh, Boruto haters like they're quiet now," but it's like, dude, that is one episode out of like the last 100 where the animation was fucking horrible. The reason why the animation was horrible was because the past 100 episodes have all been filler. None of them have been canon. They've all just been a waste of time. So it's like I'm only talking about the manga. I do think the manga is good, and like yesterday's videos, I have nope, that's not what I want to do. I have a bunch of bullet points because this system is fun and I like it, and this is probably what I'll be doing now. So the first bullet point is obviously what I've already talked about, how the manga is infinitely better than the show. It paces itself pretty well. Story beats are pretty consistent up until like maybe the last couple chapters, which I'll get into in a bit. And yeah, no, it's actually pretty coherent story and pretty not it's not that bad. Except for the few things I'm going to talk about right now, which one would be all of the old characters. Everyone from Naruto Shippuden and the OG Naruto. Like, they are non-existent. Well, except Shikamaru. Shikamaru is pretty useful. Because he's fucking Shikamaru. He's the GOAT. But other than Shikamaru, every other character just doesn't exist. They just don't do anything. Like, I haven't read this part in a while, so my memory might be a little bit fuzzy. But Ishiki, the Otsutsuki guy, the big bad, the one that has the karma seal on Kawaki, he invades the village twice. He just shows up twice. Nobody, I mean, I think Konohamaru and them like went up to stop him, but they all just get washed, which it's like, oh, it's a god level threat, it makes sense that they get washed. But it's like, dude, everyone was fighting god level threats in Shippuden and they didn't, like, they still did something. Like, my biggest gripe is Rock Lee. What the fuck is he doing? Like, honestly, he should be more equipped to fight these people than Naruto. I would imagine with all the training Rock Lee has done and with everything he's learned from Gai Sensei, he would be like going up to 7 gates like it's nothing and like throwing hands with these people, because taijutsu is what works against Otsutskis. Ninjutsu does not work. That's why Naruto and Sasuke are pretty much fucking useless against a really strong Otsutsuki. But it's like Rock Lee doesn't even show up. He's just not there. To be frank, nobody's there. Like, nobody helps Naruto, Sasuke. It has to be up to Boruto, the fucking 12-year-old, to fucking save the village. Like it boggles my mind how all the old characters just kind of get like thrown to the side. Like we don't care about them anymore. They're not the new thing, so they can't be good. Me and my friend were talking about this, how I always start sentences like that. Anyways, we were talking about how in Black Clover the captains are still strong. Like Asta and all the kids are strong too, but that doesn't make it so the captains now have to be weak. They can just both be strong. Mind-boggling, right? Like it's ridiculous. Past the old characters just not being in the show, there's Boruto himself. Now Boruto, here, hold on, quick break. Oh my god, that hurt my fucking wrist like. Yes, I'm a fanboy, leave me alone. But yeah, then comes Boruto. I don't like Boruto as a main character. It's just like he's just a brat, and then like just stays being like, there's redeemable things about him obviously, but it's like his main character arc is just fuck everybody else, I want to do my own thing. And it's like I realized that I said this in the last video, and that's what I like about Asta, but Asta is like determination and willpower off of not having anything and having to work hard. Boruto just doesn't like his dad. And just like people have preconceived notions about him, and he just like, they're not even that bad preconceived notions. They're preconceived notions of him being real strong and him having a good life, and he doesn't like that apparently. I don't get Boruto. I think he's kind of cool. Like a lot of the shit he does is really cool. Like when he's fighting in that one anime, well, I only just watched the clips from the animes from the fights, like the big manga fights, because those are animated pretty well. And that one fight with Kawaki where he like does the Rasengan and he's like all calm and shit and just says Rasen, it's fucking dope. He does cool shit. I just like don't like him overall as a character. And it's like, then comes Kawaki, my main character. I fucking love Kawaki. He's so, I don't know, like he's cool. I don't know. I like characters like Kawaki. I feel like I just am a sucker for any Sasuke, Vegeta type character, Bakugo type character. But I don't know, man. He's just fucking dope. He's cool, and he has actual problems. He has to work through actual mental issues. Unlike Boruto, that bro is just fine. Like nothing really that bad happened. Well, bad shit happens to him, but like before that, like growing up and all that, he was fine. Like Boruto is cool. My daddy isn't there for my birthday. Like, dude, suck it up. Neither was mine. Like, like, come on now. But yeah, no, Kawaki's fucking really cool. He has cool abilities. He's dope. And the only part about Kawaki that is like, that I was kind of like, whoa, that's kind of weird, was towards the very end, where Kawaki just loses his shit out of nowhere. Like, so I understand his motivations. He wants to kill Boruto because Boruto is basically the only threat to the Naruto universe right now. Like, if Boruto dies, we're chilling. Like, Kawaki just goes and kills Code and we're good. Like, everything's fine. And Kawaki realizes that, but like, he always knew that. But now, when he like, I guess it just snapped, and he's like, oh, okay, I'm going to kill him. Like, and no one, who's gonna stop me? Like, he just fucking snaps out of nowhere. And it was kind of like a big shock, like, cause he just explodes. And I guess that's part for the course, but it just seems like that part was really rushed. His like motivation was like super, like he just like, oh, I need to kill Boruto now, and no one's gonna stop me. Like, that part was a bit weird, but other than that, Kawaki's all good. And then past Kawaki, I have here in my notes Sarada slash Shikada. The reason those two characters are completely unrelated, and that's kind of my issue. I love Sarada and Shikada. They're like my two new favorite people from the new generation. And Sarada is getting a good amount of screen time. She just unlocked her Mangekyo out of love. Like, she was worried for Boruto, and it was like a big traumatic experience where everyone was against her and Boruto. And in order to help Boruto, the experience was traumatic enough to her to unlock her Mangekyo, which symbolizes the break from the cycle of hatred of the Uchiha, which I think is so fucking cool. And I really like Sarada, and I think she's fucking dope. She kind of takes my favorite parts from Sasuke and Sakura and mixes them together, because there's things I don't like about Sasuke and there's things I don't like about Sakura, but she's kind of like the best of both worlds. So she's really cool, and I like how the show focuses on her a good amount. But then there's characters like Shikada, which they're just never going to get the spotlight. Like, I feel like people like the Inoshika Cho, Shikada, who else? Who else? See, I can't even remember them, dude. It's so sad because Shikada is so cool and such a good character. And honestly, I did start watching the anime in 2017, like everyone else did, because we thought it was gonna be like super cool in the next Naruto. And Shikada was immediately my favorite character. Like, he was so cool, and I honestly, throughout the first couple episodes, I just wished Shikada was the main character so I could just watch him. And it really makes me sad to know that they're probably not going to focus on these side characters, which I would love to be proven wrong there and have like a whole arc for Shikada alone and just focus on all these side characters. But I seriously doubt that they're going to do that. And that's like one of my gripes with the show. And then past that, I have here, which is like my big overall, like, this is the reason why I didn't actually want to get into Boruto, and it's the power system. So I get it now, kind of, after reading the manga, but before you read the manga and you have someone explain to you what the fuck is happening in the show, it sounds really bad, and you just don't want to watch it, especially as a Naruto fan. Like, as a Naruto fan, I grew up on like Kakashi doing the hand signs, and Naruto like taking days to learn a Rasengan, which is like the hardest shit in the world because it's like an actual energy thing in your hand that you have to control. And it's like, people didn't just do things, like everything was training and everything was like very like meticulous and all that, and everything had an explanation and was grounded, sort of. But in Boruto, people just start flying the fuck around, and just like Kawaki's hand just morphs into like this thing, and it's not ninjutsu. Like, it's not, he just does that. That's just his body. And it's so weird because you see people flying around, and you see like basically just Dragon Ball characters going at it, and in the title it still says Naruto. It's Boruto to Naruto Next Generations, and you're like, dude, this isn't Naruto. But like, after you start reading, it's a good and bad part of the show, because I like Naruto. I like the fact that they're doing hand signs. I like the fact that they're ninjas. They're not really ninjas anymore, and that's Kawaki's whole point, where ninjas are kind of obsolete. And like, bro's kind of right. The Otsutsuki, all of their abilities are literally just custom built in order to make it so ninjas can't do shit against you. Like, Ishiki's eye, which is now Kawaki's eye, just makes it so microscopic things just like appear in your body and you can't do shit to stop it. Like, there is no Sharingan tracking that shit. Like, it just appears in your body and you can't do anything to stop it. Like, any ninjutsu just gets absorbed. They can just fly around. They don't need to like really do like anything like the fucking chakra control that they need to run up trees. They just fly around. Fucking, like, what else? It's so ridiculous. Like, their abilities are literally custom made, and that's why that's why Boruto and Kawaki right now, with the exception of Damien and the omnipotent girl with the eyes, they're the strongest people in the show. already. Like, no one else can stand up to them because they're literally custom made to kill ninjas. Like, they have all the abilities that would just decimate any ninja. And that's kind of the whole point, where it's like this new thing where ninjas are kind of obsolete now, and that's Kawaki's whole motivation. Like, dude, if you're a ninja, you're just gonna go and get yourself fucking killed. Like, there's nothing you can do against these people. So it's like ninjas are obsolete now. And that's why I kind of like Kawaki too, because bro's right. Like, dude, Sasuke and Naruto are like the best ninjas ever, and they're just fucking washed now. Like, they can't do anything. And it's like, yeah, that kind of sucks, because I love Naruto and Sasuke. But as long as they're not on screen, because every time they're on screen, they get bitched out. Like, it's honestly sad to watch. As long as they're not on screen, everything that's happening makes sense, even though regurgitating it back to you makes it sound like it doesn't make sense. For example, there's this girl that just has the ability to make people believe whatever the fuck she wants. So everyone's in love with her at all times, and no one knows why. That's a thing in the show. That's an ability in the show, by the way. That's why she's probably one of the strongest people. And then there's this guy, there's her little brother just makes it so if you have any murderous intent towards him, you just flat out die. Like, if you think about hitting him, you get hit yourself flat out. Like, you just can't hurt him, which is like, that's a thing in the show. And it sounds ridiculous me telling you this, but like, if you read the manga and like understand it, it kind of does make sense. But yeah, those are just like my initial thoughts finishing up. I'm really excited for the time skip coming up, and like I said, I want them to focus on like Sarada, Shikada, other side characters more. Like, I want to like these side characters, because I'm not gonna lie, Boruto just does not do it for me. The main reason I'm still reading is because I just like Kawaki, and I want to see Kawaki do cool shit. But yeah, that's pretty much it from me. I will see you pretty soon with a new video. I will probably be writing out the script for the Attack on Titan video this weekend, because I need to talk about Attack on Titan, because that show is legitimate peak. And yeah, bye. Hope you had a good morning. Don't forget to have a good morning. Yeah, I'll see you, Nate. I'll see you later.